Hello there. I'm Wyntoun Henderson, your host today, to discuss and share the literal discussion around my book called Common Threads of Freedom. And now, inside of the book is, of course, lots of my life experience. It's autobiographical, but there's so much more. And that's why I'm sharing it now. I decided to create a YouTube series based on the some of the more pertinent chapters in the book, mostly because some of the book has some, stats and other technical data that just may not be, that follows the flow of the narrative. So I decided to expose the narrative a little better by talking it through. Common threads, of course, is the commonality that we have with all people. And the common threads of freedom is a freedom that we all share, of course, as human beings, as it would be considered an inalienable right? And so we're all free. You're free to starve, you're free to freeze out in the cold, you're free to burn up in a hot summer, like this one. But otherwise, Common Threads of Freedom has one more word in my title, and it's called compounding. Now that brings us to the aspect of the compounding. You do know what compounding is. I mean, I should look it up. I should have these definitions, but I'm going to let you do that part. If you don't already know what compounding is, it's like the buildup or the accumulation of the derivatives that you would come by for the interest paid on an account. Interest rate, like when you buy a house or when you save money, interest rate on what they pay you to hold your money, the banks. And of course now, I'm developing a new children's book called Xavier the Saver, and he is a kid. He just turned 3, and he's got a piggy bank for his birthday, and he starts saving all the change he can find around the house and other things like that. But the great part about it is it introduces financial literacy to the little guys, like I was. And of course, now my brother, one of my elder brothers, he gave me a bank, a piggy bank, once, and when I was very young, and it was of course new to me, the same way it is in this story. And so, but it wasn't my birthday. He just gave me a piggy bank. And it came with money, and he had change in the bottom of it, and it's something I never forgot. And so I don't know why I didn't major in business and finance money. I don't know. Don't ask me these things. All I know is I put art above everything, and that has guided my life. Now, nobody wants to be a starving artist, and that's one of the reasons I teach the art, because it is an institution. It is a good job, a decent job. And of course, there could be improvements, tons of them. And so I'm going to get into that, because actually I just founded a new GoFundMe account that is challenging people that if a teacher didn't teach you, then don't send us any money. But if a teacher taught you, please send us. Go to GoFundMe and look for Teachers Teachers Common Lobby, and that will help you. Teachers Common Fair Lobby. So it's TC FL, TCFL, and now the thing is that organization's goal is to raise $100 million. Now, is that stepping out on faith for you? But guess what? It's the whole point of it is, the truth of it is, the common thing. See, that's the thing. The fact that I use common in it is suggesting the very thing. I didn't even think of my book when I came up with that title. But to find that it's full circle in my mind tells me that I'm on the right track. to supporting the common struggles that all of us professionals have in the marketplace when the political climate is not so friendly. It's kind of hostile. And sometimes if it's not hostile, it's just negligent. It's just going in another direction, and we go like, whoa. So I'm not going to get into the politics. All I know is that the book that I wrote, the book that I would like to see sell and reach people and share the aspect that Jesus Christ is the master teacher. Yes, Lord. Now the thing is that teaching, who's the master teacher? He is. Now, the best part about it is that there is a separation of church and state. And I'm not teaching religion. I'm simply trying to make a point that the contradiction of terms is almost everywhere. So that you get into an aspect of, let's say you're told to teach the timeline. You really can't get into the timeline without mentioning the Lord, because our whole calendar is based on the timeline. So that's the common thing, is that we all share a belief that this ancient God, whom they discovered from the intricacies of Africa, the stories and folklores all came from the Kemet, Africa. So it's all good. We not mad. We cool. It's the other people who confused. But the politics of it is really nasty. And the artists are here to make our lives better, to capture that picture, to remember that ancestor, to develop. The art designs art. The art does everything. We design everything that man makes. Again, there's the word common.